to drop my kid off at his activity, and I got a couple hours, so I brought some books. I got the new ASM I got yesterday. During the thumbnail, got some old Jack Kirby, his first issue on DC, and I got this Black Panther where Namor says Wakanda's new protector, Namor, right? And I'm gonna read those in a minute. Yo, Beckerman, what up, GT Key? I'm just chilling, man. I got a couple hours, about an hour and a half. There's a cool Punisher symbol on that truck. I'll clean my car out and read these comics. Try to burn a couple hours. I don't want to drive around too much, but I am gonna clean my car up a little bit. So I sent a couple invites out. The beard looking scruffy. I might trim it down. Like over here, it's too poofy. I got a bunch of firewood in my backyard I need to burn, but I'm not going to be doing any grilling until around the 20th or 18th or so. So I'll burn it later. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I do need to cut my grass tomorrow. I'm going to put some lawnmower oil in my lawnmower because it seems to be kind of low. We had our lawnmower stolen when my grandma's house got broke into, and I had one in my basement, and I pulled it out of the basement, and lo and behold, the fucker worked, right? So we've been using that, and I've cut my grass about, I don't know, 6 or 7 times, and now I'm getting a little worried that the oil is too low. I'm sitting in this parking lot. I don't know if they really like me here or not, but here I am. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean. So I guess get used to it or kick me out, right? Yeah. What is this? Oh, it's a lighter package. Rid of this. Papers. It's a quarter. That's nice. Cigarettes. All this stuff. I like to keep a little bottle of water in here, just in case I need some water. Like rinse my hands off and shit. You know what I mean? Usually my car's a lot messier than it is today, believe it or not. Make sure all these are empty. Oh, there we go. There's a cigarette. Keep that one. Wonder how old it is. Probably very old. Probably very. The best guess. All right, let's get a cigarette going. Grab that quarter. Grab that quarter. Little charm, little diamond. Sweet. I got a vacuum cleaner in the back seat. Where'd I put the? Oh, sorry. Yeah, here's the little diamond. Let's wait for my kid. Found a quarter. I'll split it with you guys. And What up, GT? And this little thing. My kid likes Power Stones. Probably give it to him later. I gave him a petrified wood necklace. All right, let's check out these books. Which one y'all want to see first? Any suggestions? We got the Jimmy 133. We got the Black Panther Alex Ross. Sorry about the sticker on the cover. Let's see if I can do something about that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, almost had it. Oh, shit. Kind of see it. There we go. And the Spider-Man. So I think I've read the other two. So let's just start with the Spider-Man, right? I like reading them more than once because I'm pretty dumb and I forget shit. I'm not feeling the best today. Let's see here. Get this thing going. Contest of Chaos #1, 2023 annual. $5. John Romita Sr. Thing. That's pretty interesting. Oh, we got some trophies. Got that one. Got that one right. Don't have the marriage issue. Spider-Man Annual 1. I'm buying Spider-Man Annual 1. I didn't really want it. I didn't ask for it. Somehow here we are. And I owe $10 according to them, so I'm just gonna pay it. Here's Rhino. You can't tell if someone's in there. Nope, no guest yet. Oops, hold on. I don't know how that happened. So Righto. Agatha pops in. This must be that one character. I can't remember his name. So Agatha, Spider-Man, and then the Wolverine, the fight everybody's talking about. I heard this is a pretty good fight. I don't know how true it is. It don't look like they fight at all to me. Oh, there they go. He ripped his shirt. Oh, man, this is fucking trash. Did she commit suicide? Is that what that is? I can't tell what's going on in this dumbass. I'll have to check it out later thoroughly. Hashtag skimmers. It's okay. Logan pretty much dogs them out, to be honest. He makes them look pretty dumb. That's it for that. So I was talking to the dollar store people, right? Not the dollar store people, the Goodwill. And I was told they get comic books. So I've been going in there periodically and asking, do you guys get comic books? And a couple of times they've said no. And the last time this lady was like, oh, I don't know. Let me go see. She walks back there and she takes me to a spot. And I'm like, there's no comics here. But she says, you usually put them right here. And I'm like, oh, have you had them recently? No. Found them before though? Yes. I said, we actually ran across them a lot when I worked in the warehouse. See, Goodwill gets a warehouse, and now every Goodwill sends to the warehouse to be decided on what gets sold in the store, supposedly. So I've been told go to Goodwill warehouse, look up shit, and I've tried to find this fucking warehouse. I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. All the warehouse shit I see. So those the Goodwill sell shit on the internet. Okay. My mom sends me a link to a Goodwill link that looked like kind of looked like eBay, but it was Goodwill, and it was for Columbus, and they had some Jusco's Jusco paintings. They weren't really comics. And she asked me what they were, and the first one looks like a comic book. I was like, those look like comics. And I started looking up the paintings. I'm like, no, those are like paintings. They go anywhere from like $5 to $20. You know, there were some listed for 30 or some shit. Well, anyway, um, my whole point is that's how I got all my toys back in the day. Was Goodwill didn't have the warehouse bullshit. We're talking 2009, 2008, all them years for like 8 years before I collected comics, right? So all of the Transformer toys, all of the old '80s figures, He-Man, G1, fucking animated, Cyber, whatever, Cybertron, uh, what's the Armada? You had Armada, Cybertron. You had Energon figures. There was just all of the figures, movie figures. If it was out for a week or two, good chance it'd be at the Goodwill. So I was getting all these toys, all these toys, all these toys, and then the older people started catching on, and all the old Goodwill shoppers started. And we was like a clique, dude. We'd get there at 8 in the morning every Saturday and Sunday. I'd see the same people. We'd all kind of like make our way towards toys when they opened. We was pretty respectful though, honestly. But I'd go in there and I'd clean them out, bro. If they had toys, because you're talking like a quarter a toy, 50 cents a toy, $1 a toy. Like Nerf guns were usually like $1. Little tiny guys were a quarter. So you get just tons of toys for like $10. You'd come home with a bag full of shit. So I always ate that up, and I got them all. I got a bunch of toys, and some of them were like antique. Like the coolest toy I found was I think I paid $1 for it, and it's called an Acrobot. It's like a 1955 electric robot. I couldn't get the damn thing to work, but even broken and the way it was like a $200 toy. Now they don't sell all the time, but they do sell around that price. And even if when they're complete, they're like $400 figures. So that's kind of cool, man. Like I found a '67 fucking Godzilla, an '80s Imperial King Kong, a couple Unicrons, like G1 Cup, G1, all types of figures, right? And back then, it was easier to get toys at my LCS too. Like I still wasn't buying comics, but I was buying So yeah, man. So now apparently they all the toys go through a warehouse, which sucks. Maybe I should walk around and see if there's like an antique shop or something. I don't know, man. This town is pretty booty. Finish this cigarette, we'll read another book or skim through another book. I see the difference between a modern book and a good old fashioned Kirby book. Good old fashioned 15-cent DC goodness. Yes, sir. Kirby plus the Wondrous Whiz Wagon. You gotta see it to believe it. Oh, is the Whiz Wagon the fucking card it's gonna be in the Forever People 1? Maybe. Is that what they called it? The Whiz Wagon? So shout out to Lady Fantastic for this. She knows I'm a big Kirby guy. And she sent me this note that goes, I found this beat to hell in a cheap bin at McKay's and realized it was meant to pair with your 134. I got a Jimmy Olsen 134 for $5. It's like a 8.0. It's so gangster. It's probably, two, three, $400 book. Um, let's take a look at some Kirby goodness. How comic books are supposed to be done. So right off the rip, Kirby's back is more exciting than that dumbass Spider-Man book. The back of the book, pretty cool colors. Got marker on it, all that stuff. Oh yeah. The kid looks like he's 60. That's real life shit. Oh my god. Kirby. Oh goodness, dude. It's already better than every new book ever. Am I lying? Am I lying? Look. Look at that, guys. Wow, bro. Wow. 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 Dude. There's Jimmy. Jimmy doing his thing with the boy commandos, it looks like. The little boy commando guys. So yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Fantastic. Forever be oh, there's Dark Side. That fucking Dark Side. Driving Voodoo. I don't know. He's got a dark side look to him, but it ain't him. Um Barnabas glows in the dark. Dope Kirby cycles. Kind of looking like Doom. Oh, damn. Look at Jimmy go. Jimmy fighting, Doug. Look at Jimmy go. And then you got the one and only, fam. The Superman. I mean, it did take a while for Superman to get in the issues, let's be honest. It did take a while. I was flipping through my Submariner reprint of the one with the red cover and the chick on it. What do I call that? The Solstice or some shit. It had some pages clipped up. Sure did. But I got the original, so whatever. 1970 comic book. Why can't we get back to this, dude? Why can't these fuckers learn? You had to lay the format down for these goofballs, and they still haven't figured it out. But, maybe one day they'll figure it out. At least it was there. Good golly. That was pretty good, guys. It was pretty good. I mean, the splashes did it for me. The splashes were on point. So I'm just out here being dad of the year, daddy daycare of the year. That's your boy. If someone has to take the hit for Little Shack, sign me up, brother. Sign me up, man. That's how I roll, dude. All right, so we're gonna give this Black Panther Wakanda new protector Namor a shot right here. Pretty sweet. I got a Golden Age Submariner. I got a Submariner 1.5. I've read this before. It's not like he really takes control, and it's not the same kind of guy on the cover, kind of art. It's pretty good. I mean, it's Alex Ross cover, so um, I think that's a Ross cover. Most all of the Panther covers were Ross, the way I remember it. Let's fight then for all your treachery for Wakanda you stole. I pass judgment on you, T'Challa, and he's fighting and Namor is just like, is that all you got, bud? I'm fucking Namor. And he starts laughing at him. And here comes Cap. Shuri, you there? Yeah, Shuri's kind of like a purple person, hologram fucking thing, person. Oh, they did have my boy Buffalo Soldier in there. I do like Buffalo Soldier, guys. You got Buffalo Soldier. He was a Buffalo Soldier. Yeah, that guy. And I like how they're all standing on their battleships right here. It's very Jimmy Olsen 134. That's how comic book vehicles work. You just stand in them. By the way, to Comic Collector Island, I didn't think that was a car. That's how. This is absolutely a Jimmy Olsen homage with the standing vehicle. Looks just like it. Any Storm comes off like a witch. Storm kind of comes off like a fucking voodoo witch. And who can't love fucking Panther, bro? I enjoyed this run. I'm not a Ross fan, not an Alex Ross fan, and the covers don't do nothing for me, and da 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 da. But for Panther, dude, I'll make the exception, bro. And then there's the little chick. What's her name? Um, is that Shuri too? I guess that would be Shuri, huh? That's the Shuri we love and care about. So I was looking for a pretty damn good issue. I remember this cover. I got it too. This is the old one. Pretty good. It don't really give you what it says on the cover. It don't give you like, oh, Namor's the king of fucking Wakanda. I mean, it lightly insinuates that in the story. This is just a cover by Dill. I remember when it got kind of like, oh, this is cool because of that and this and that, and a lot of people didn't know that happened, but it did. It did. Old. So I think we're gonna move the vehicle. I don't know what time it is. 4:25. Nobody's in my fucking chat. Nobody likes to be. All right. There's my keys. Let's go park over here and we'll take a little walk, get some exercise. I got all the time in the world, guys. All the time in the world. I should probably go back to Ollie's, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't got a bunch of extra money, and I don't want to be looking at shit I can't afford. So we're just gonna go sightseeing today. Let's go see what's on the main strip of Sciotoville. How's that sound? We did comic book time. They got through about a half hour. I was hoping somebody joined me, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I should invite Vogs, but I don't know his name. He gave me his email um last time I streamed. You'd have to remind me. I saw him on Durs, and he reminded me that Durs is from Ohio, and I never really put that together. Oh, what's with these fucking toys in that place? Back to school, and we're gonna take a little walk, guys. I ain't got nothing else to do. I might as well fucking take a walk. I might as well take a walk. I'm gonna park my car. No loitering. Don't worry, I'm gonna get out of my car and leave. No loitering. What am I supposed to do? Whatever. Alright, we're leaving. He was a Buffalo Soldier. Alright, oh, I dropped my quarter. I lied, I am rich. I have a quarter. So yeah, man, be good to your family. Treat your family good. Treat people the way you would like to be treated. Okay? Respectful. Give him a chance. You never know, man. So you might. Oh, see, I think it's gonna start raining. Taking a little walk. Mother Nature. What do you guys think? This ain't my hometown. This is like 30 minutes away from my hometown. Most people I meet from here are fucking not the greatest. Haven't had much luck. My grandpa's actually from here. He's actually from Tardeville, so this is actually kind of like my hometown. Uh, he lived in a holler. Oh, this is the Tardeville post office. Interesting. Interesting. So that would be where I'd go. You know, you might miss something driving real fast through here, so I'm just kind of taking a little walk. They do got Sourdough Shoe Mart. Sourdough Shoe Mart, we can go check that out. I used to come here for my shoes all the time, dude. But the internet popped up. He was a Buffalo Soldier. How's the rest of that song go? I ain't got nobody in the chat. Nobody wants to talk to me. Nobody likes the B.I. double G.I. There's the shoe mart right there. Whoa. About fucked your boy up. About fucked your boy up. That's what they call IRL, in real life. So people don't like it when I go on tangents about uninformed channels because they always think I'm talking about them. So I'm not gonna fucking do that right now. Generally, people gravitate towards what's popular and cliquish and shit, and what the most trendy and funny and fun thing is. Uh, I want some of us degenerates to get our shit together and maybe promote each other and say good things, and maybe that'll work, but I don't fucking know, man. I'm just gonna wing it, dude. I know I'm having fun. Um, I got about 1,100 subs. I'd like to get my 1200 on. I'm about 15 away. I was 4 fucking subs away when I was doing all them shorts, and I've lost some subs. I can't lie, about 10 of them, and that sucks. But the shorts ain't doing it like they used to. So there's the Saturday Shoe Mart. We're gonna go check it out. You see, I need shoes. I got my fucking leather slippers. I walk on the back of. I'm a big shoe buyer. Just trying to burn time, guys. I'm getting rained on too, by the way. So we'll finish our cigarette and then go in here and take a little peek-see. There wasn't many stores. Lil Shack got up at 4 in the morning, so I'm guessing by the time he's done with this place, he's gonna be ready to conk out. I'm just gonna grab a little pizza and get my ass on home, maybe get to bed. I told him he was tired when I dropped the ball. Hey, Rock, someone said something. Birdman. Dreadlock Rasta. Oh, okay. He was a dreadlock Rasta. Wanted under cola. Wanted from the officer. Something like that, right? Always wanted a nice pair of cowboy boots. You want in, Rock? I'll send you a link, bro. I'm not doing anything. Not doing. I sent you one even if you didn't want it. They fixed up the building pretty nice. It hasn't always been this nice before, so that's a sign they're doing something good. I got some Nike. I used to get all my expensive ass shoes from here when I was a kid. So I'd get like my Air Maxes. A shoe that if I was like a shoe collector, I'd bring up, but nobody ever talks about this damn shoe. And they were super popular, bro. I think everybody had them. That's all right. I got time, bro. Y'all remember them shoes that came with? They were Nikes, and they came with the strap that would strap underneath your shoe, and they'd go over the shoe. You never see them anymore, dude. Never see those things, dude. And you could take the strap off the shoe. Am I imagining that shit? Because it's been like, I'm saying years since I heard of them shoes, or even seen a pair. I know they weren't the greatest, but there for like a year or two, people were buying them, and you get those straps, and you could put them on a different shoe. And I know specifically, I got them from here, and I know my buddies had them. I mean, this is before the internet, but now that like all these shoes got goaded, and this is a good shoe, and this is a good shoe, you don't ever see anybody bring those up. They'll bring up shit like New Balance and fucking Champion and shit like that. What happened to the Nike straps? Am I imagining that? Y'all remember those? Chucks and Skechers and Vans. I know someone had to remember them. Talking about a football Nike like a berry. No, no, yeah, I know. I had a pair. There was Jerry Rice. Those were called Nike Air Mission. You had the Air Mission. You had, which was Jerry Rice, Deion Sanders. I had the black and blue Jerry Rice. I don't know where they were black and blue, but then they had the 49er collar, Deion Sanders, which is red and white and gold. But I like the right. Those are probably the most comfortable shoes I ever had. Was the Air Missions. You know, see, people bring those up every now and then with the strap. They had the strap. I'm talking about specifically the shoe that was just a Nike and the strap came off, and you could put the strap on other Nikes like those. I haven't heard anybody talk or seen them shoes in years. But yeah, those are the ones that had the strap on them. Those are mainly for football. They had this one that was, I think the Dion's were like, they had like this specific symbol. It was like a home plate with a field goal, and it was like football, baseball, and I don't think basketball is involved. But oh, I know what they're called. They're called the Air Diamond Turfs. Air Diamond. See, I know a little bit about them because I had a few, but I don't collect them. But yeah, there was Air Diamond Turfs. The sickest Jordans I ever had, bro. I got them off of East Bay, and I loved East Bay. This is before everybody was collecting fucking basketball shoes, and they were outlet shoes. They were cheaper. All these shoes people were collecting just years before the Jordans and all that shit got hot. You could get the shits on East Bay for like half price what they used to go for. So I splurged one time, and I got the Donovan McNabb Jordans, right? And those zipped up, bro. The collars on them were ugly. They were green and black and white, and they looked like fucking airbags or something with zippers. But when I tell you those were like the dopest shoes, bro, they were probably like retail $300. I got them for like, I don't know, $60, $80. All right, I'm gonna flip the camera and show you what we're looking at. They're about to close. Guys are about to close. Hi. What time is it? Oh, we got a little bit of time. And shit, and they got, yeah, Crocs. These are pretty cool. Oh, it's the Crocs. Regular Nike, them joints. Uh, I like these right here, bro. $50, dude. I might have to get some of these, dude. I like these, but these are small. I just kind of like Jordans. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. Shoe accessories. Right. What y'all think? I like those ones I picked up. I bought a Jordan 13. You got game a piece made decades ago for $100. I still got them. Yeah, man. I own the Diamond Turfs. Yeah. The Van Airwalks. I never had those. Yeah, I just buy cheap shit. But even when I buy cheap shit, like I got some Pumas recently. Was my newest shoes were like halfway decent. Were like all black Pumas, and they're fucking super comfortable, dude. Like great walking shoes. But for like 20 more bucks, I can get some fucking Nikes, dude. I might have to get those ones that just slip on. Them joints look pretty cool. It kind of reminded me of the shit I was just talking about, but uh, a lot of the shoes I like ain't in fashion anymore. So they ain't the most expensive shoes. Like people just want fucking Air Maxes and Jordans and shit like that. Like I would do I mean, Air Missions are pretty expensive, but I would even do like a fucking a pump, a Reebok pump, British Knight. I like British Knight. Um, but like even like a fucking what were those ones called? Regulators. They were like pumps. Like those are fucking fresh, bro. Now I think they made a newer one recently. But even the old ones, I had some of those. Those were my first pumps. I ended up getting like real Reebok pumps eventually. They were pretty dope. But the regulators were fine. They should make them where they pump air underneath your feet, not on the tongue. These motherfuckers don't know shit, bro. Could you imagine having a shoe pump that pumped underneath your feet, right? You pump air into underneath your shit, bro. It would pop though, is the problem, right? But if you could like pump it and you'd actually feel it pumping up, that would be. Oh, there's a fucking pair of shoes right there. Who needs to buy them? You got them just sitting there. Who are those? Adidas? They looked in their trash, dude. They probably they probably threw away some shoes. Yeah, I doubt it. But yeah, that place is expensive. Those Nikes, the ones I was looking at, those were kids' shoes. So if they were adults, they're probably like $70. I didn't see them in the adult section. That's how it always went with that place. The kids' shoes are always a little more variety. I'm surprised they didn't have like the fucking the original Jordan '85 baby shoes because that's what last time I went. It was like damn. So they dialed it down a little bit since the last time I went for the kids' shoes, but the kids' shoes are still more banging. Now their fucking slipper game is fucking tight. They got every fucking slipper you can think of. But I'm sure Walmart does too. Yeah, I'm a nerd, dude. I buy books. I buy books. That's all I do. That's all I'll do, dude. I won't buy a fucking. I think even my boy Doc was telling me like he don't like buying shoes. He just rather buy some books. That's how I feel, man. I don't ever have money for them. I went to the fucking LCS today looking for a old ass, and I think there might be some old Army Men at Wars. I don't know where they are though, bro. I'm not sure where they are. If y'all shops ever have any of those DC Army Men of Wars, okay? It's a random number. It's a 12 center, okay? But number 89, I just found this out like the other night. Sometimes I'll look up a run and just look for something that sticks out, you know? And I kept seeing this fucking 89 pop up, and it's just a normal like split cover with 2 or 3 panels, and it's like listed fucking $120, $140, $200. I'm like, why is this fucking book so expensive? You know? So I messaged my Comic Collector Club Instagram chat, and I'm like, Does any of y'all know why this book is listed at like fucking $300, $400? Because it's just a normal ass 12-cent Man of War. There's not many keys. Like the key around that run was the Navajo Sky Fighter. I forget his fucking name, but it was like 90 something. That was the first appearance. Maybe like I don't even think fucking Unknown Soldiers from that run. It split off and ended up being something different when that happened. So where the fuck are my keys? First of all, I'm out here just being a goofball. We'll get a drink of pop, then we'll go over and sit down. So, anyways, 89. I found out why it was important, and it was because. So, if any of your LCS have these books, go look for this book because good chance your LCS won't know this either because it's not like a run that has big keys in it. It's a random ass war book comic, right? And the cover don't have nothing too crazy on it. So the story is, shout out to Man Caves. We was talking about people that explain comics really well, and I drew a blank when I was asked that question, but after thinking about it, Doc is the smartest fucking comic collector I know, bro. Like straight up, I'll tell y'all that. So when people ask where do you get your comic book, I mean I ain't gonna lie, like I learned a lot from what's his name, Mercenaut. But now that I've gotten older, I've drifted away from because he's just into like J. Scott Campbell shit and Adam Hughes and all these modern. I mean, he knows all this fucking keys. Don't get me wrong. Like he knows mad keys. But when it comes to like the historical shit, like Doc has taught me more shit in the last 3 or 4 years than anybody. And sure enough, Doc was like, it's because there's panels on the inside of this comic that were straight blatantly stolen from an artist that their art's like in museums and these panels that were stolen are pieces of art that have sold for millions of dollars, okay, and they're in this comic, right? So that's what the big deal is. That's why that one issue is worth so much money. And I think to this day, like, it's never been took care of. So that's the story. I might not be getting the number right, but I gave you enough info to figure it out. If you do have those books in your LCS, and if you feel like going on eBay and clicking and looking at this thing right now, it's Men of War 89, I believe. You'll see the cover. Go get it. Let me know if you find it because I went looking. I wasn't satisfied with my search today, but I still feel like I'll run across them. And there's like a 5% chance it'll be one of those. The cover looked familiar, but the cover looked like a lot of covers. Looked like a bunch of covers from that run. Oh, you found it on Kid Collector. You got it right. It's 89. Okay. Would care about that at all. That's me though. They shouldn't care about it, but it's stupid expensive, bro. If you find it, it's a lot more valuable than 88 or 90. Like, I'm just saying, if y'all got that shit in your LCS, and your fucking shop owner probably wouldn't know all that shit I just told y'all either. I mean, if they do, they're good. I think it's in the stash in my LCS in the same short box I found my first Unknown Soldier. I found a first Unknown Soldier. It was with a, what are they called? Not the New Gods, the fucking, they just had a movie, the Kirby creation, the Eternals. It was with the Eternals one. The Unknown Soldier and the Eternals one were sun faded. And I got the Eternals one a long time ago. And then I realized, oh my God, that's the first Unknown Soldier. So I copped that too. It was marked $8. I always thought, oh, that's marked pretty high for just a sun faded ass military book. But I was like, oh, that's Unknown Soldier first. So I grabbed it. But I think maybe there's some Men of Wars that were in that box, and it could even be back in like a quarter box. I don't know where the fuck I stashed that shit. So I looked behind the counter at the books, and I found some books that I want. There's there's a first appearance of the Kid Loki. There's Thor #6, the Aaron run, where it's the first Necro Sword. That's a dope cover. It's got like the Kirby monsters in the back. I'm probably gonna get to that one first. There's like fucking Question #1 from DC. I plucked out about 10 books and I stashed them because I didn't have much money today, and I just bought my new Spider-Man. But I got them all stashed. They're all waiting on me to come back for them later. There's a Miles Morales 2. Unknown Soldier was Army at War, Sergeant Rock 168. Yeah, I don't dig comic books. All my old books are mine. I just buy new books. Okay, that's cool. Comic books with controversy sometimes are better than great art. Why ain't you a moderator, Rock? Did you not want to be a moderator? Are you one of those guys? Because I usually moderate all my 2.0. So, yeah, I think next week I'll have a little bit extra money and I'll start plucking some of them books, dude. There's a couple ASM I like. There was an early X-Men, but it was fucked up. It's like low grade, but it's like a 35-cent Bronze Age, so I still might get it. Yeah, just some good oldies but goodies, and some modern shit. There was an ASM, the one where it's the multiverse one, End of Days or where the fuck, the one that says still $3.99, and it was linked to the movie. I don't know what fucking number it is. I can't remember. Something like 426 or some shit. But it was like a $30 book. Now it's about maybe a $5 or $10 book, but still, it's got that spec on it, so you might want to get it. The Loki used to be a $30 book. Now it's like a $5 book. It's a low grade, but I still kind of want to have it. You know, that Thor #6, the Necro Sword, that used to be a more expensive book. Now it's like a $5-10. That one's minty. That's why I'm probably gonna get it first. And I will keep looking for that Men of Wars '89, man. I mean, even a low grade, which I think it will be a low grade, maybe a 2530. Those go for like I seen one on eBay for 70, and it's about a mid grade. So it's the most expensive book in the world, but even a low grade, I would say it's 30-40 bucks for a low grade. It would just be cool to have. I'd probably end up AOKing it or selling it cheap or just keeping the damn thing because it wouldn't get the amount of money I think it's worth. But is that a fucking bullet? I think it's just a piece of metal. Looks like a big ass bullet. So yeah, man. We'll be here a while, guys. You guys got anything you want to talk about? We're gonna do the trivia soon. Issue 6 in Null is Null. Necrosword is 1 or 2. Issue 6. Yeah, 6 has gore on the cover, and a Necrosword has appeared by then. It's the first Loki, like something Loki. First something Loki. It's the one with the monsters on the cover. In the background, you got like the green monster head, dragon. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's a first appearance Loki something, right? And the Necrosword's included, but it's probably not the first Necrosword, but it is. It has something to do with the Necrosword. Anyways, it's just a cool Aaron book. I've had like all of them except for the two most important ones. I might have had the most important one and that one. Like I've had multiple first Jane Foster's. I had like the 1 in 25. I had the fucking movie variant, the fucking cosplay variant, the Scotty Young variant. Like I've had a bunch of this run. I don't think I've had this one though. Ray cover, and it's kind of like an old Kirby homage with the monsters. I really like it. Looking forward to getting that one. Hopefully she won't charge me a bunch. I still got some other books to get. And there's books in the back. So I am going to just kind of hover for a while this. Fuck. How are you calling? Can y'all let me know if you hear me? That's when Loki is in like a future time and has the sword. It's not current continuity. Oh, that sucks. What was the question book of that character? It's just question number one. Question number one. I don't know. I can't remember which number, but in the question run, Rorschach is. It's like his first DC continuity. It's always like that one. I called it the first Rorschach. It's not literally the first Rorschach. It's the first Rorschach. I think introduced in a DC run, some shit like that. But I always like that book. It's a dope cover. And you think about all the characters that kind of introduce questions or fucking Rorschach. Like question almost looks like a Rorschach version. Yeah, I almost bought a reprint first question because I have an original first Silver Age Blue Beetle, first type 4, and it was a reprint though, and I couldn't tell. It looks fake. It looks fake, so I went and jumped in to buy it, but I couldn't get on my phone because my phone was kind of look up. I finally just told the guy, I was like, is this a fucking reprint or is this the real thing? And he's like, oh, that's the reprint. I'm like, how can you tell? He's like, the price. I'm like, oh, what are you thinking of? Yeah, it's 35 cents. Of course it is. So I don't know if that's the only way to tell the difference. I think the box art might tell you too because it's a modern comic. I don't know. Anyways, I would buy it. They wanted fucking like $12 for the reprint. I'm like, fuck out of town. So I just bought Nexus #1 instead. Which I'm glad I did. I could have got a Dick Tracy going in, but that's kind of like my big spoil book for the last couple of weeks. Nexus 1. And then a couple of weeks ago, I got a first Monica Rambo. And before that, I got an X-Men 14. Golden Favorite. And Dracula. So I've been getting fucking cool books. So, like I was saying before, my girlfriend called. I'll tell you what my plan is this year. That's when Loki. Can y'all hear me? Anybody able to hear me? Rock, can you tell me? Do you hear me? This is my new name. Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you. This is my new name. No More Adventures. We'll still got adventures, but restarted comics. Okay. But you were covering up the mic for a bit. Yeah, I had a phone call. I'm glad y'all couldn't hear me because I don't like when y'all can hear my phone calls. But so the plan is this year. Okay, I have inventory. I haven't dialed into completely. Like I skimmed through probably 20 to 25 short long boxes. And last time I looked, I found a new box I don't remember ever seeing. So every time I go back there, I kind of find something I haven't looked at before, but I've looked at the majority of it. And, like, I know all my keys. I've got most of them. There was like 10 first Tim Drake's, year ones, where the fuck, the one where it's like the Batman symbol and he's coming down, whatever. There's like 10 of those. There's a bunch of little minor keys. And I didn't pull those out yet. They're probably still back there. And there's some old shit, not a bunch. And there's a bunch of like current ASM. I'm thinking I probably will find another anti-venom or an anti-venom key. I feel like I'll probably find one of those. I might find like a Marvel team up. I think it's 5 or 4, the Invincible, because I found every other one, like 10 copies of it. I just haven't found the one with the Invincible. I got a feeling I'm gonna run across that maybe. And who knows what else I'll run across. Like, there's a bunch of books back there, so there's a good chance I've skipped over something. But some of the books are double bagged. So what I'm gonna do is take all the books I've already got, which I've gotten. If I wanted a $300 book, I could sell all the shit I've got in the last 6 months and probably get a $300 book and not have to fuck with my PC. So I've been doing pretty good. And I haven't like saved up the whole year because around the third or fourth month, I got an FF48. So I got a First Surfer this year, which was the book I wanted the most. It was the only gold book I had this year, was the First Surfer. So I got my gold book. And that took me fucking 3 or 4 months to get that one, right? It took a lot out of the PC. It took some pretty good books. I did pretty good though. So I'm save it up, save it up, save it up. I got my gold book. I even got an ASM 20, which cost me like 120 bucks or something. Shouts to Cali. I wanted to replace my old ASM 20 because it was incomplete, and I'm glad I did that. So I've gotten 2 pretty good books this year, and then I've gotten a bunch of shit loose, bunch of really good books loose. There's a couple books I got, I feel like I could make 50 bucks off of pretty quick. And then a bunch of little $10, $20 joints. So I'm thinking by December. I'm not going to any cons. I'm not going to buy any fucking minor keys. I don't care what comes around goes around. Whatever, bro. I'm not getting into that. I'm just gonna keep plucking these minor back issue keys. Hopefully find some bigger books. Some nice little $20, $100 joints. I don't know if I'm gonna sell that first Monica Rainbow. I got an extra first Gambit. The Babe Ruth, I'll probably keep it. The Dracula, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I really like that too. I still got a bunch of war books and horror books I could sell. I wouldn't miss that much. So if I wanted the fucking book right now, but I'm trying to make it to where I don't have to get into my PC. So a lot of these books I've gotten recently, I'm kind of want to keep. And that's not helping much, but that's the spoils of victory, Like I should be able to keep some of these books, and so hopefully I'll get like some community wins. I'd like to win a couple slabs. I don't care what they are. It's just nice to have a couple slabs when you're going on a run to go buy something. Like just a couple, 2, 3 slabs. I got plenty of slabs. I'd like to win a couple and sell them. I'll just be honest. Like some kind of silly giveaway or somebody giving away shit. Maybe I'll get a couple wins this year, a couple slabs to give away. And, just slowly but methodically pluck and pick it. Like that back room and these books I got set aside already. I got a bunch of Minor Keys set aside right now. I know exactly where they're at. It's just gonna take spending $4 or $5 an issue to get it because I'm not gonna completely rob her. Like, I'll give her what I can hope to get out of them. And by around December, maybe I'll take the initiative and make a push. And it's going to be a motherfucker of a push, boys. Like, that last push was $1,000. And at the end of it, I think my mom helped me out with like 100 or so of it. She told me she wanted to get me a book for my birthday, and I put that off. And she helped me out with FF48, which is very nice of her. So I got a nice copy instead of a shitty copy of FF48, and I really appreciate that. And this next time I go around, I don't want to get any help. That's how I never usually get any help. I usually have to make more money and give it to like my mom or girlfriend when I get a big book. So it's either going to be that Wolverine, and you're talking like $1,500-$1,600, for a 181. And my thing is, I love Wolverine, and the 181 definitely would be very fun to have. Okay. But when you're at $1,600, $1,500, which I don't think I'm going to spend that much. Once I get about $1,200, I'll probably be able to find one for around $1,000, is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping I can find 181 for around $1,000. I don't think that's going to happen. But it could. It could. I've heard of people getting them for 800, 1,000, shit like that. No, none of them's been offered to me yet, but shit, I've even seen Mercenite get a completely water-soaked one for $80. It was so fucking water damaged you couldn't pull the pages apart. But still, it was a fucking 181. So if and when I do go after this 181, I'm going to have in the back of my mind, if I'm going to spend $1,600 to $2,000 on a book, and if I'm going to be looking, there's Showcase 22, which is an older, more rare, less copies printed, significant character. You're talking Kyle Rayner, not Kyle Rayner. You're talking Hal Jordan first appearance, right? For Silver Age, fucking Green Lantern, which I think is a big, big book, big, very important DC book. It's probably the second most expensive DC book in the Silver Age, second or third. It's top 5. You got Brave and the Bold. What is it? 28. First Justice League of America, and then you got Showcase 4, First Flash, which is the most expensive, is the fucking Flash. And you got the Brave and the Bold, and then you got the fucking the Freeze is the big expensive book, and you got the Showcase 22. Those are like top 5 DC Silver Age books. Okay. So if I could sneak in there and get me a Showcase 22, I'm all about it. Now Daredevil 1 is on Hulk 181 level. Maybe I'll get a Daredevil 1 because I already got a Avengers 1, right? I made that decision back then. I could have got a Daredevil 1 back then. Instead of my Avengers 1, I picked the Avengers 1. Do I want the Daredevil 1 more than the 181 or the Showcase 22? I don't think so, but at the right price, any of those 3 books, if I get a bargain, I wouldn't be mad having any one of them books. Now, the last 2 books are the ones that, if I got them, I'd be super happy. But I don't know. I could have swore I seen Justin Birch put his fucking X-Men 1 up for $3,000. Like, a couple months ago when he went to Heroes. If I could get an X-Men 1 1.0 for $3,000, I think it would be worth
the hassle. It would be worth the hassle. I'd rather have an X-Men 1 than a Hulk 181. I'd pay twice as much to have it, and I'd be twice as happy. And I'd call it. I'd probably wait another year and then try to go after the 181 and probably get the Showcase 22. So there's like 4 or 5 books that are in the $1,000 to $2,000 range that tempt your boy. I've gotten about every $1,000 book I really want. If you get it for under $1,000 bucks, I've already plotted on it and gotten it if I really want it. Like, Spotlight 5, fucking first Ghost, Ghost Rider. It's okay, dude, but it's not something that keeps me up at night. I got a Ghost Rider 1, and I'm happy with that. So, yeah, man, those 5 books. Daredevil 1, Showcase 22, Hulk 181, X-Men 1, and what else was it? Was that it? Showcase 22, X-Men 1, Daredevil 1, Hulk 181. That's 4 books. I think there was 5. Daredevil 1, X-Men 1, Showcase 22, and Hulk 181. So there's only 4. There's 4 books. If I got all 4 of those books, I wouldn't want anything else. And that sounds stupid, but I've gotten my shit down to a small amount of shit I want. Pretty good. Um, Now, all those books are way too expensive for me to really care about that much. Usually I don't get books that big. But I do think I'm going to splurge and get one of those 4 books this year. What do y'all think? Those good books to get? Am I being ridiculous? I just get a bunch of small books. 0.5, 181 sold for 3 days ago, 1467. Yeah, it's about the price range I'm thinking I might have to have like $1,500, $1,600 to get one. I would not be happy with a 0.5. I'm not even sure if I want one without the dumbass marble stamp. Like, I got a 180 without a stamp, and it don't bug me that much because those were getting harder to get. But the price was right for me. Like $300 to $400 without a stamp, I'll live with that. Fucking $1,500 for one without a stamp, though, dude. When you can get one stamp for like 500 more, that's not fucking working for me, man. It's not working for me. Now, if it was like $800 for one without a stamp that presented well, and that's all it was missing, I'd probably already have the damn thing. I'd probably already have one. But that's what I mean, man. They're like 1,400 for. They probably don't have the stamp. It's probably missing a fucking page. Who knows what all is missing? I don't know. But yeah, man. I feel like all 4 of them books. Of course, the X-Men 1 is the one that you would want the most out of those 4 books. But I feel like they're all pretty comparable, and they're all pretty desirable for me if I had any one of those for this year to finish out. Like the first Surfer is all I wanted. The rest of it's going to be extra. So am I going to be able to save up enough to get one of those? I don't know, man. I'd like to have enough shit ready to sell to where I can get one and something else really nice, maybe 2. Because if I'm going after an X-Men 1 and I can get one for fucking 3 grand, I theoretically might be able to get like a 181 and a fucking another cool book. Maybe not a showcase. Maybe I can. Maybe I get showcase 22 and a 181 for what I'd get a X-Men 1 for. I don't know. A couple grand on the showcase. The showcase is going to be harder to get than the 181. There's just not that many of them. There's probably like 4 or 5 listed right now. There's one got a header for like $1,200. I would want a header. I would want it to be now. If it was restored and complete, I maybe that's the kind of Showcase 22 I'm gonna get. Even an X-Men, I don't mind restored on huge books like that. I don't mind it. Thankfully, I don't have Betty like that. My X-Men 12 is restored, and my SM 300 supposedly is, but I don't see anything on it. The X-Men 14 I thought had a bunch of collar touch. It don't even have that much. It has just a very little bit. I could probably take a fucking razor and take it off, really. Anyway, so yeah, man. Uh, I think if I tried, I could make about 300 bucks right now off of the stuff I got saved up. Um, so give me another 2 or 3 months. I'll probably have about $600 or $700 worth of shit, and then so about a half a year from now, I'm gonna have to get busy though and get real lucky, bro. And I might have to let go of some shit that's been pretty cool recently, which I'll get over it. Fucking Dracula 1, 1962. I think it's about $120 book. I'll probably get like $60 for it or something, but it's probably a couple $100. It was graded, so it could be like a $300-400 book. So I know that fucking Nexus one. That's a nice copy, dude. That's probably a couple $100 book too. Slab, like even Roll's like a $40-50 book. So will I get that? Probably not. Maybe when the spec turns around, I think people will start figuring out what's worth more money and what's not. And fortunately, all the old shit I got that I've kept through the years, I think it's gonna have a turnaround. I got a lot of fucking DC that I'm not married to. A lot of Spencer, a lot of Dead Man, Unknown Soldier, Sergeant Rock, a lot of that shit, bro. I've kind of sold all my Superman silver I can get rid of. I still got a little bit, but most of my Superman collection is little dinky dunks and big huge monster bucks. I don't have a lot of just average silver Superman items. Kind of read that little draw. All my Batman's gone. All my Superman's gone. I kept my war books and my horror. And if I wanted to dip into my magazine collection, dude, I could probably get my 181. I could probably take my mags right now and get a 181 just off the mags. Because, I got like TMNT, I got like Frazetta Erie, um, I got some fucking Dove mags. Yeah, I'll probably keep those too. I keep them because I got them when the market was down on them instead of getting them when they were at the peak. And they are not easy to run by. Like I could probably get some now, but I already got everything I want. I don't need a super high grade of the shit I have. The TMNT second print number 2. I got TMNT 1 fourth print. I got um, a first Raphael, or not first Raphael, first Casey Jones, sorry, and TMNT Adventures 1, and I got the Comics Journal 89. So I pretty much got everything I want for Turtles. Don't really want anything else. All right, we're at 5:20, so we got about 25 minutes. thanks guys for chilling with me. Rock City, GT, all you guys. Appreciate y'all. Sorry I couldn't get anybody to join me. Everybody's probably busy doing stuff, but I've had fun. I knew I was going to be stuck out here for a while. Just burning time. We read 3 comics. We talked about books. A little bit community conversation, channel stuff. I blabbered about the books I want for about 30 minutes. What else do we need to talk about? Looking forward to hanging out with a lot of people in the community. I saw Mon was fucking with Mighty Collector guy. That's pretty cool. I didn't know he fucked with that guy. Yeah, man, I'm pretty happy where my PC is. My channel's okay where it's at. I feel like I could get a little bit better, but I don't be giving away shit left and right like some of these guys. So I'm probably where I deserve to be. You know, I just keep pumping out content. I'm not going to be giving away a bunch of shit. Just giving away game, dude. Looking through books to find something new out the new press. I'll try out the new press. Looking through books to find something shitty looking, clean and press. Learn the settings. Yeah, I should learn how to do that shit and get a press, but I kind of like them fucked up the way they are. I'm just weird like that. A little mystery. Never hurt anybody. CGC is so annoying to me. It's like I was looking at X-Men 94 today, right? And it's one of my favorite X-Men books. Straight up, like X-Men 94, dude. Maybe besides X-Men 1, one of the most historical things to ever happen. I'm not a big Claremont mark. Like, I see a lot of people, they are like huge Claremont. They act like nothing mattered before Claremont on X-Men. And for me, like, the art alone, and people say the story style, it's not, it's the fundamentals, the skeleton of the X-Men story comes from the Stan Lee Kirby stuff, and it's still the most important shit to me. So Claremont may not even be my second favorite. Like the Jim Lee shit was pretty fun. I probably like the Jim Lee shit more than the fucking. And honestly, as a kid, like the Jim Lee shit was probably the most influential. But getting old, like the first 50 issues of fucking X-Men, oh my god, are way better than the Claremont run. Now, there's something to say about having a new team. The new team is the team that we are most favored of having and all that shit. But I still want a first Cyclops. I still want a first Jean Grey. I still want a first Beast. Still want a first Iceman. You know, like all that shit is dope. First Professor X, first Magneto. Forget about it, man. Now I have some early X Men. I got a first Juggernaut, a first Sentinel. My first Sentinel was one of my first keys I ever got. It was beat up, bro. Fire damage, fire damage. But um, yeah, man, I like the early X Men better than Claremont. Anyways, X Men '94 has no keynotes, right? It's the first Claremont issue on X Men, which I don't give a bunch of credit to Claremont, but still, it's the first new team on the X Men run. Okay. It's the first time that header looks so weird. Like, I don't even know who the dude is in the left top corner. Like, it's the first time you see Wolverine in the box art. First time you see Storm in the box art. First time you see Nightcrawler in the box art. I don't even know who the other guy. Maybe I was Havoc. I don't know who the fuck it was.
Classic Gene Colan cover. People don't like it. It's green. It's got a big head. Blah, blah, blah. It's perfectly fine. I love it because it's from that era, and I don't have a bunch of 25-cent X-Men in the first place. It's like one of my only ones. So it feels like a time capsule to me. It's like, that's the one from that time I wanted. Now, people love 100, 101. I do too. I find myself liking ASM 122 and 123. Those are cool too. 124 or whatever the fuck, all them issues. What the fuck? It's listed as second team appearance that debuted in Giant Size X-Men 1 according to Key Collector App. I'm just saying the CGC keynotes, there's absolutely nothing. Key Collector App, I'm surprised they even knew about that, surprised they even knew about that War Stories. I figured they wouldn't know about that. You know what type, dude? One of the last times I hung out with Discovery, we were talking about the second Werewolf by Night. It's the first mention of the
Darkhold, right? And the Key Collector app had it down as the first appearance of the Darkhold. And we had the guy that ran the Key Collector app in our chat, and I just bawled. I just gave him all of the business. I'm like, y'all are supposed to know keys. What in the fuck is the fucking dark? Nobody fucking. Y'all waited until the Doctor Strange movie mentioned a Darkhold for you to fucking make that a key? Are you out of your fucking mind? Since when did a mention of something dumb as fuck outweigh a second appearance? I said that should be the first keynote is second appearance of Werewolf by Night. Darkhold shouldn't even be mentioned, but if it is, it should be second or third thing you mention in the keynotes. And they changed it because I told them. So that shows you how fucking good Key Collector app is. The motherfuckers don't know none. And yet, first appearance of Spider-Ham is obviously there. First appearance of Spider-Ham is obviously there. Oh yeah, let me keep up, bro. I had a Marvel Tales. That was the first Spider-Ham. That was one of the first. I ended up AOKing it to Geeks and Drinks because he AOK'd me a Batman Damned 1. It was probably like a $10, $20 book. No big deal. It was also a first black suit, though, because a lot of them Marvel Ages, besides number 8 or where the fuck it was, had the black suit. So they all counted. Like 8 to fucking 15 was all black suit. They were in all of them. They got their priorities all messed up. It seems like they find out anything and they're like, oh, that's a key, but they don't actually know what the fuck they're talking about half the time until they. I knew it was a mess when that DNA agent. There was a keynote for like. What was the keynote to that DNA agent? That was stupid as fuck. It was like a girl tie-dye rainbow cover or some shit. It was like, that's a fucking keynote? Like, you're making that book important because, I mean, it was a pretty cover or whatever, but it was just the title. It was like Rainbow Hippie or I don't know what the fuck it was. I was just turned off completely. All right, it's 5:30. We got a little bit of time. I don't know what to do though. Maybe I'll walk in the front of the city. I don't. There used to be a antique shop.
like to find your first Madman. Was it Creatures? Something. All I can tell y'all, man, is Friday night Collectors Club is going down, and your boy is not in any games. So whoever enters the yard is going to have to deal with the club members and me. And I'm playing for keeps, dude. Comic Collector Club won last time. I've beat Comic Collector Club before in a Comic Collector Club championship. By the way, I beat everybody. I don't even know. I don't think Doc was there, but I beat most of them. And it was just because they pick categories like Captain America and shit, and I had it timely. So, you know, I'm not talking shit. Like, Alan's the shit, everybody knows. But under the right circumstances, and people pick categories that I'm good at, I think I have a good chance. So, I'm gonna let it be up to them. They can pick them. I always give them the opportunity to pick categories. I'll pick them if they don't have one. But, yeah. So, I'm looking forward to it. I'd like to win. It's the only place you're gonna get me competing. Exclusive to the Comic Collector Club. So if you want to see me battle in comic books, comic book wrestling, whatever, poker, you're gonna have to fucking watch me on Collector Club. Thanks. And I welcome everybody. Everybody's welcome. I don't give a fuck who you are. Now, you know, I had to dance around. I had to do things silly. Hopefully my boy Madness and Doc will come out retirement. You know, D Hop's on there, Hialeah. And, you know, Hialeah's due. He probably is going to win the next one in my mind because he hasn't won one. He'll probably come in there and bust everybody. Hialeah is a fucking great competitor, dude. D Ron, he's proven Bleeker, he's due. Bleeker's due. So it's not going to be easy to win. I think TM's coming back. He's already won. Journey might be there. Journey's already won one. So competition's thick, bro. Like, I almost feel like putting some people one on one and sitting out and watching the chaos. But shit, I want to win too, man. And I think everybody enjoys the Royal Rumble. All right, Rock, man. Thanks for hanging in there, though, dude. Appreciate you being in the chat and giving me somebody to talk to. Next time I do a stream on my channel, I'll send you a link. But thanks, man. So yeah, um, I'm just grateful my PC has stayed strong, and you know the channel isn't killing it, but sometimes it takes a lot of tries before people were doubting how good the channel is. People, like, oh, I'm not going to try that hard. Oh, this is this is a silly game. No, I'm gonna start taking it more serious. And people want to be lackadaisical. They don't have to compete if they don't want. And I'm gonna try to make the most. I feel like I'm putting out a good product, and sometimes it takes 10 or 20 tries. Maybe people enjoy it. Maybe they won't. But I'm not looking forward to any changes. Like Verazian might pop on the Wunderbar. Hopefully, Stay Puft will come back. That would be nice. Things are looking good, man. People hit me up. Scotty Vaughn hopped on. Um, things are looking good, bro. Colossus collects. Fucking Norin's talking about coming on.
Journey has been really cool with me. Some of the Insomniac people might join. I don't fucking know. I'm not down with all the hip, trendy kids. I used to be a little bit in the loop with a couple of the bigger new guys, but they're all doing their little thing. But I'm not uh, willing to close any doors to anybody. So maybe I'll get like Legion on, or I can get a fucking what's his name, fucking DJ Links, or people like that. Maybe Roscoe. I don't. People ask me, why don't you have Lady Fantastic on? And they were like, oh, she's a girl, she ain't allowed on. Well, first of all, man, like I appreciate that my girlfriend don't fuck off with a bunch of dudes. Okay, I'm old school. All right, so if my girl is behaving herself and not doing shit that I find disrespectful, then I'm going to try not to too. Now you'll see me on streams with like K-pop or Lady Fantastic sometimes, and that's usually on other people's channel. But when it's on my channel, I try to pay her that much respect. Now, if I drop the link in the chat, that's open to everybody. So if Lady F or Pop wants to join, I'm not going to be a bitch towards them or mean or whatever. It's just one of those things where uh, I appreciate her not fucking with dudes, so I don't fuck with girls. And I'm not afraid to say it. Like, that's the kind of dude I am. It's not because I can't be trusted or she can't be trusted or whatever. It's just out of respect. So I used to battle girls a little bit, and I never really wanted to, but that's just the position I was put in, and I fucking did it. And I try to be a team player and all that shit, but I've already kind of done it, and I'm not really looking forward to doing it anymore. So if it does come up, it does. But if it don't, it don't. I'd like to have Rob Worst on. I'd like to have a lot of people on. They're always welcome. Night Tiger's been on before. I don't know. I think everybody knows they're welcome, so it's just on everybody if they want to fucking do it or not. I'm not gonna fucking go out and beg people. I haven't been begging, and I don't look forward to doing it. So fuck it. Like really, if it's just me, Bleecker, and Alan, that's pretty fucking good. Like it's not bad. So I don't need to chase anybody the fuck down, really. So my books are righteous. Thankfully, I do have all the books I have because I would be looking like a fucking dickweed right now if I didn't have my collection. 539. All right. So this book right here, man, was the winner, of course. But yeah, it's got marking on the cover and shit. But still, man, Kirby is back. Kirby is here. Sorry. Yeah, man. The Whiz Wagon. Whiz Wagon can go on air. Whiz Wagon can go on water. So yeah, Dirge is from Ohio. He seems pretty nice. Maybe I'll run across him. He's actually further away from me than Comic Collector Dude. Like Comic Collector Dude lives in Columbus. I'm not sure he does live in Columbus though. I heard people say he's in Cincinnati, which don't make no fucking sense. But I think he lives on the outskirts. Maybe what is it called? Groveport, or I don't know what the fuck it's called. But my mom lives in the ghetto part of Columbus. She lives on like the west side. So when I go visit her, I'm like by High Street, like right in the middle of Columbus. I told him on Grandma, I was like,
dude, I'd like to meet with you, but I don't know my way around town, and I wouldn't even know how to park going to a fucking comic shop. If you ain't doing nothing, you can stop by and check me out. Or I kind of asked where he was. That shit didn't work out. So it wasn't his fault. If I had more time, I could have set it up better, but my feeble attempt didn't work. So I don't know if I'll ever meet anybody from Ohio that YouTube's on comics. I used to have my buddy Lawrence. I need to try to give him a call because I haven't heard from that guy in like over a year, and he had great books, man. I just wonder what he's doing with all them damn books or what he's been into, really. So I hear something's coming on the ASM run. I'm not sure. I saw Comic Tom talking about it. It was silly what he was saying. Oh, it's a $10 book. It's fucking covered $10 for the big book, whatever. And but it's a waste of time, really. I mean, I'm just getting it because I pull it. I better get it because I pull it. But I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to pull it. It's already a disappointment because of the fucking Spider-Man getting all the love with Spider-Boy, and they're gonna have enemy version of Spider-Boy. It's gonna be Spider-Venom or Venom Boy or some shit, and I'm gonna miss that too. So that's great. I just have my hair bow, my hair fucking tie. I lost it. Did I throw it out? I don't know what I did. Let's see it. Oh, I see it. Yeah, I stole my girlfriend's hair ties. Cause yeah, that's one more thing. I don't want to be like a hater or nothing, but I wasn't pushing for any of the CBC awards, but a lot of people I know were, and that's cool, man. I like seeing people get involved. But for me, like, if you gotta push to get the notoriety, then you probably don't deserve it anyway. Just like asking your friends to vote for you and shit. And I have nothing against K-pop winning the hair thing, but for a dude in here, like, I'm pretty proud of my fucking my nerd main. And if I don't win it this year, then I don't think I'm ever gonna win it because I'm not gonna try again to have long hair like this. Because I mean, it's fun and I do like my hair. And I'm not like going bald. Like I got a lot of hair, bro. Like I'm not going bald. Plenty of hair. But I can't compete against a girl, bro. Like if I gotta have longer hair than a girl, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like for real, dude. Like I can't compete against a chick in longest hair. What up, who dat? I sent a link in the Collector Club chat. If you ain't doing nothing, I got about 15 minutes waiting on my kid. But yeah, like I wasn't going to push for any categories, but I didn't expect to win. But I do think my hair, like there's one other guy, E-Man has long hair. He's got pretty good amount of hair. But like if she wins, good. But like like a dude can't compete with a girl on length and hair, bro. Yeah, you can send links on YouTube and chats, I think. It's whatever, man. I wish him all luck. I think that it's cool that I was nominated. I saw my name was nominated, so at least I got that much. I don't expect to be in any categories,
I might be. We'll see. I'm probably not gonna put up a big fight if I told people not to vote for me, so don't. I don't want to hear that shit about. Oh, don't bitch about it now if you didn't try. You know, that shit's annoying. I'll bitch about anything I want. You know, if I want to bitch about it, I will. But at the same time, that category is heavily towards men, beard, hands, facial hair. Yes, it is. But like you being in it is you're a girl, so like if we're going by hair length, it's hard to compete against a chick. Is what I'm saying. Like my shit's down in the back of my hair. I'm not gonna make it another year with this fucking thing. I don't think. I don't want to win it. I'm just saying it's hard. I said a link in the Zomniac chat if you ain't doing nothing, Pop. I didn't even vote, so I don't deserve to win shit. Is the way I feel. It would be nice if people did pick you without having to push. It's the only way I would win, because I'm not going to like beg or put over a bunch of shit that I don't know much about. I don't know the guy that well to be like, oh, this is the greatest shit ever. It's okay. It's just anything you gotta go to a website and deal with. It's like I really fuck with that. My boy Funk had a voting thing where it was like vote for me for the local guitar guy. I did that for him because it's my guy, but I don't fucking care. Just don't care enough. So many people got nominated for that. So it'll be interesting who gets final. You got nominated for a lot. I got nominated. Yeah, I probably got nominated for a few things. I saw a few people vote for me. I wish I had Gamer of the Year because I'm pretty. Wow, if you guys do the fucking Mario Kart, I probably wouldn't be good in that either. I'd be gaming like a motherfucker though. Best channel 1K, whatever that YouTube legend thing was. Mm, I'm not gonna make any of them. I already know. I didn't ask. I didn't try enough. So I'm not bitching, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't be in it. I'm just saying it's hard to compete against a girl in hair length. I know the categories like beard and facial hair and hands. But if you're just going like straight hair off the top of your head, it's just hard to compete against a girl because y'all got long hair, man. Like dudes don't have long hair. It should make it. I mean, an all together thing. But I don't know. I don't think it's. I think it's more abnormal for a dude to have long hair. If I was to pick one thing, I'd want the fucking well, the best one's the funny one. Like whoever wins the funny one is the goat. Like you want to be the funniest. So that's probably number one. But the one I thought I had the best chance at was the what the fuck was the one you were saying? The one, the Legend of the Year or whatever the fuck it was. Just because the only reason I thought I had a chance at that one made sense was because I got like fucking 13 years. Like it says 11 years, but it's actually I've been on YouTube for like 13 because I had to reset my shit at like 2 years in. So even with the 11, that's a lot. I got like I think 1,800 fucking videos. You know, like that's a lot, bro. That's a lot, dude. And the years, so the years, the amount of videos, And just overall, like if you want to talk about like chat recognition, like I fuck with y'all. I fuck with everybody. Like the ones that people are mentioning, I've never seen them anywhere near a chat. Like these people say they know. Do you really? Have you been on their channel? Have they been on yours? Have they been in your chat? I don't fucking think any of those fucking people bring up are. So, I didn't push, but if I fit any of them, it'd probably be that one. I would want that one because there ain't nobody been fucking made. They'll say that, oh yeah, they made more videos or they've been around. No, they haven't, dude. They just haven't, bro. Sam was the closest one to being. Sam had a channel for fucking just as long as I did. He didn't make as many videos, but he's the oldest channel I knew of that actually fucked with the chat. So there you go. That's my 2 cents. I don't even know the fucking. I think they call him Pops or something. I don't know that guy. And I saw one video. I was like, oh, that's impressive. They're impressive because they reviewed a comic. Ooh, that one. You got the. I don't even know how you see the votes. Yeah, it's weird. I was talking to TM about it, and he said nobody's really locked in. It's just that you either know if you're nominated or not. I don't know why people would pick me for that because everybody's saying, no, that ain't gonna work for you. That ain't gonna. I'm like, okay, I guess it don't work for me. Got a couple minutes left before it gets done. How's fucking this hot car? It doesn't get turned the air on. There's only a couple minutes left. I don't want to waste all my gas. And I miss Tricky, man. I wish Tricky come back. I worry about that guy, dude. You can see yet until you can't see yet until the 25th, but I was in several non-streams where people picked you. Huh? It's weird. I'm glad they fucking seen it the way I did. If I was to pick one for me, it would probably be that. Um, Now my channel, my show is pretty cool when it comes to community builder channel or whatever. I do think that my show is pretty important, but I think everything I do is important. So don't mind me. Do not mind anything I say. Everybody's shit's more popular and important than mine. So what the fuck ever, you know. My channel is cool, or my show is cool, just because, like, Doc wasn't really fucking with community before I did. He's a goddamn superstar. Like he ain't on a bunch of channels, but people love him. Dope, shit, Dope. I just realized two of the guys that were on the Comic Collector Club are fucking dwarfs. So you got Doc and Dopey. Yeah, Dope wasn't streaming. Look at him. He's like a fucking. He's like killing it on his shit. He's probably my favorite horror channel YouTube comic book guy. And I had to talk him into coming on my channel. I was like, bro, you gotta come on YouTube, dude. Collector Club got noms for best collab too. Yeah. Yeah, I was telling him like, you gotta come on, bro. You got goddamn ASM1, bro. You got fucking crazy books. You gotta come on, and he's been bit. Like that's all he does. I just wish he'd come on Club more. He kind of quit fucking with us on Club. He didn't like the way it was getting ran. I don't have much option on how it gets ran. I just got too many people on. We would have people on and we would like interview them, and I don't think he had the time for that. Like he was just wanting to do other shit. So I was like, all right, man, you're always welcome. And he says if I ever need him, he'll come on. I need you all the time, Dope. You're fucking the shit, bro. Like I love Dope. What up, Callie? Yeah, if I could have Dope on every collector club, but people are busy. People are busy. Doc can't make it all the time. Doc, Dopey, Sleepy. What are the other? What are the other ones? Hey, it's John. What up? Oh, wait, hold on. Alright. Come on. There we go. Now you can probably hear me. I've been spelling your name right. Good. Um, I saw John did a thing about Savage Dragon. He had the book I okayed him like 3 years ago in the middle of all his shit. I always thought it was a cool Savage Dragon book, because it's Superman versus Savage Dragon. It was really neat to see the one I sent him in between all the other Savage Dragon shit he liked. Because it does kind of like stick out in the Savage Dragon collection. Like, you got all the Savage Dragon Volume 1, you got the first appearance, you got this, you got that. But that Superman Savage Dragon, a lot of people, I don't think, even know about it. It was like a book from 99, or I don't know when the fuck it was. But the story wasn't that great. The cover is cool, though. It's like, oh, Superman Savage Dragon. So shout outs to John. I'm glad that you enjoyed the book and shit like that. I'm kind of working on my Savage Dragon now. Like, I'm pulling it now. I got an issue last week. It was pretty good. Um, it is a pretty cool book. One of my favorite Savage Dragon was Hellboy on the cover too. Yeah. Well, I think Junior's covered. I'm gonna put my cigarette out because I don't smoke around my kid. And go up here and wait on him. Could ride with me on the way home. How's that sound? So we read 3 books. Talked about my future books that I'm wanting to get. I don't think Callie or John heard the books on my list. I'll tell y'all the 4 books. If I get any one of these books this year, I'll you already know I'm spoiled my PC's on. Or, I got everything. But there are 4 books that I determined are fabulous for. Okay. So I'm gonna save up all year and try to get it. I already got my yearbook.
We had a great day today.
Say bye. All right, Bob. Come on, baby. Come on. Are you tired? You got up early. He woke us up at like 4:30. Melanie got up with I got up like he's like, just let me in the thing. Down the car. Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob. Right here. The ding dong diggity dang. Yep, I'll give you a phone. Just give me a second, bub. They work you hard? Yeah. Oh, I bet they did. Bet they did. I bet they did. All right. It broke up when you said your books. Whoever told you it was okay is a liar. It's not okay at all. I'll send you a pic that sums it up. I never respawned Batman heard that was okay. Huh. I don't think I've ever read
Spawn and Savage Dragon either. I've read Spawn and Batman though. It actually has two endings, John.
So on the DC version, if you're going to get one or the other, okay, get the Image version, because I don't think that it has the same ending as the DC version. The DC version's just like, of course they fight and then they're friends. They're basically the same people. Which, duh, McFarlane Spawn is Batman and Venom. Okay, I'm just gonna let y'all know. I know it's got to do with hell and all this. It's fucking Batman and Venom. Okay, that's Spawn in a nutshell. All right, guys. That's my expert analysis on Spawn, by the way. Anyways, so in the Image version, something actually happens that's really cool. Now, not a lot of comic book people know this because they're full of shit. But excuse my language, little shack. But so that gnarly scar on Spawn's face, the way I understand it, is from that mashup of Batman and Spawn. So when Batman and Spawn fight, Batman hits Spawn with the Batarang. That's where that scar comes from on Spawn's face. I don't know if I'm making that up or whatever, but that's what I believe. I don't care if it ain't true. That's what I'm going to believe. I've never seen it in the comics, so I don't care. That's the story. So I don't think the DC version has that. I think that it's only the Image version. So that's my expert analysis. I forget what I was talking about before. Oh, the 4 books I want. Yeah, the 4 books I want. No. So, 4 books I want on the one list. I already got my FF48. That was the big one. It took me like 3 months to share. But the other 4 books, any one of these would be great. I'm gonna get one of them, I think. Probably around December. I'll get it. Hulk 181. Okay. Hulk 181. Showcase 22. Daredevil 1 or X-Men 1. I don't want to spend more than 3K. If I can get an X-Men 1 for around 3K, I'm going to do it. That's the one. That's the number one I would love to have. That's the biggest. That's the big. Right? Uh, that would make the most sense. Showcase 22. If I'm gonna spend $2 grand on a Hulk 181, I might as well get a Showcase 22, hopefully complete. I would take any of these books restored too, by the way. Restored complete, whatever is the best deal I run into whenever I get some money. Like I'm hoping to save $1,400, $1,600, right? If I can't get what I want for the right price, I'll just keep saving them until I get 3K, and then if I can't get an X-Men 1, I'll get a Showcase 22 and a Hulk 181 instead. That's what I'm thinking. The 4th book is the Daredevil 1. That's the least one I want. I never have the Wolverine in the Daredevil 1. Now, if I run across the Daredevil 1 for 1,000, it's 1.0 and it's complete, I might get it. It's still not marked off the list. Like, any one of those 4 books at the right price is what I'm looking for. So, I'm just going to spend the next 6 months saving up and getting back issues with my shop and minor keys, and eventually I'm going to make the big. Now, when I do make this push, I'm hoping to have around three grand worth of stuff to push. That's what I'm hoping. I'm at about $300 to $400 worth of stuff extra inventory. I could probably get rid of. I could probably get 300 $400 right now. But that's just stuff out of my. That's not in my. So, I want to sell around, $300 or $1,200 worth of stuff that ain't PC stuff, and I'm going to have to get into my PC to get one of those 4 books. A little bit, not like major key-ish, um, but some of the eccentric stuff that I just collected over here.
I'm sticking to it. I think we're about done here, guys. You hung out with me for 2 hours. I'm not going to punish y'all anymore than that. That's a fair analysis. I see no lies. Yeah, I think it is 2 different endings. Oh, Bub, it don't have internet because we ain't home. I'm sorry. We're going to get pizza and we're going to go home. He's probably pretty tired. Yeah, it's a pretty fair list. I've gotten about every book under a green I can get that I really want. So the next book's going to be around 1,500 to 2K book, and it's not going to be easy. But I narrowed it down to 4 books that will fit the bill. Like if I got Daredevil 1, I'd be pretty happy. I'd probably at least wanted book out of all of them, but I'm not going to take it off of the want list because it's in that price range. Like I almost thought about getting a Daredevil 1 when I got my Avengers 1. Now, it's a real first appearance, and at the time I was thinking this is probably the more significant thing. But when you think of pop culture and significance, that Avengers 1 just has more meaning to me now. With all the movies and the MCU and all the shit, the way everything's developed, Daredevil 1 is not as important in pop culture as the Avengers 1 to me. Now, in comic book reasoning, it's a first appearance. It's a number 1, 1964, 63 issue. It's an important book. But so is the Avengers 1. It's a number 1, it's a 63, it's all the things except for a real first appearance. Besides the team. You do have the first team. So, I feel like I made the right decision there. And I've never thought about the Avengers or the Daredevil again. I just got smaller stuff after that. Like I wanted a first Green Goblin. That was one of the main books I wanted. And then, it was stuff like I don't even know what I was getting back then. What was I getting? I got that Goblin, and then I think it was FF48. I got the first Galactus. You know, so there was stuff I wanted. I felt like I had to have. First Thanos, Surfer One, um, stuff like that. So I got all that stuff now back, bending around the corner, and that Daredevil one's starting to look a little more delectable. It's not as expensive as they used to be. It's around. I think that Avengers One has appreciated a little bit more than Daredevil One. Don't hold me to that. Now, if I'm going to get a X-Men one, why don't I just go after a Tales of Suspense 39? Maybe that'll be my fifth option. If I'm going to put X-Men 1 in the top 4, I should probably have Tales 39 in there. And I'll tell you the 2 books that are good consolation prizes. I'll give y'all 2 big consolation prizes before we go. Alright? If I was to spend $700 to $1,000, there are 2 books that are very interesting to me. The first one, which is probably the most interesting, is the second appearance of Thor. Okay, so Journey into Mystery '84, first Jane Foster, second Thor. It's a huge book, and you can get Rawls for like $700. Okay, um, that's a good book to get for under $1,000. And then the other one, you can get this book for like $300. Like if I was to get like a $300-400 book, I might want like I don't know, Strange Tales Annual 2, FF Annual 2. I know this is gonna sound stupid, but first She-Hulk, $500. I'd want it like a Mysterio, first Mysterio, shit like that. But at around $700, around $200 or $300, I think. You get a second Doctor Strange. Like, you talk about flying under the radar. People hate the first Doctor Strange because he ain't on the cover. It's just a normal looking cover. I don't think the second Doctor Strange has him on the cover either. And you want to talk about a big jump from first appearance to second. You could get a first Doctor Strange before you could get a first Iron Man. Like it's super less than it used to be. Like it's in that ballpark of like a Hulk 181. I don't really want a Doctor Strange. I've never been a big finger banger guy. But his second appearance is very affordable, dude. Like $300-400, you get a second. Don't go to sleep. You stay awake. You get a second Doctor Strange, dude. You talk about a cool, important little book. That would be fun, man. I like second appearances. There is no better second appearance than the Hulk, though. The second Hulk, first Green Hulk. Now the Thor has a good argument, and ASM1 has a good argument. Those are great second appearance books. But I just like the Hulk better than both of them. The Thor probably has the best argument because it's first Jane Foster. But yeah, man, give me that second Hulk, and then I got a second Doctor Doom, which is very cool. So I'm a big second appearance guy, especially big major keys. I'm probably not gonna get an ASM1. I might get an annual or a Journey into Mystery 84 dude. And a second Doctor Strange for 300. Yeah, man, sign me up. Anyways, I'm gonna go get some Zaz for the book. Thanks, everybody, stopping by. John, Kelly, K-pop at the longest ever, admittedly. Pop over here to me, guys. I can't beat a girl, so. What else? Who did Roxanne for majority of the show? Thank you, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. Peace, love, and vagina. See y'all later.